So, welcome to all of you for this first webinar focused on one of the results achieved by the project. So, I'm going to share my screen, so please let me know when you can see the presentation.
Yes, we can see the presentation.
Thanks a lot. So I'm going just to introduce a little bit the project, the purposes in general, and then I'm going to leave the floor to the main topic of today, that are the didactical unit and reusable material. Just to show you that the project focused on produce results reusable and effective, and then this material will be done in collaboration with teachers, because they are focused to pupils and for teachers. In fact, the partnership is composed by primary schools, university and research centers, enterprises, and natural science edutainment institutions. Our objectives are more or less this, to create and increase the digital solution and resources targeted primary school students. So design for primary school students. Support teachers to integrate this technology in their daily practice, and increase the activities already organized by natural science educational institution, allowing them to produce, in collaboration with teachers, training material that support the participation of training activities also at home. And this is the reason why we build up this project, and be conceived during the pandemic period. And the idea was to support pupils in joining the activities of natural science education institution, even if they are not allowed to go in those towns, in those places. And this is also the chance to increase the collaboration opportunities, the cooperation between educational institutions, school, natural science education institutions, researchers, and companies, with the main focus on delivery and develop digital solutions. In this framework, we have conceived some results. The first one is a set of reusable activities and didactical units for the design implementation of blended distance lesson, to integrate what are the resources in a kind of web-based platform. So an online application that can be used in school or at home, supporting the education of natural science. And another result that is the purpose of today is an online course focused on the needs of teachers to allow them an effective use of our results. So the purpose of this sequence of webinar, video, and other documents we are sharing with all of you is to support you in using our solutions. Of course, the topic of each webinar is very narrow, in order to have focused presentation and to define boundaries between these results. Welcome to any question at any time. As usual, we are going to record also this presentation in order to support the person that are not able to join today this webinar, and we are going to share it via YouTube channel, via LINNEO platform, but also using the eTwinning platform. So I leave the floor to Francesca Dagnino from ITD CNR, that was the responsible partner leading the development of these engaging and motivating digital resources to support the primary school education in natural science. So, Francesca, the floor is yours.
Sorry, the audio was muted. Okay, let's share the screen. Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to everyone here. My name is Francesca Dagnino. I'm a researcher at the Institute for Educational Technologies of the National Research Council of Italy. And now I'm going to show you the resources that have been developed in the framework of the LINNEO project. And I give particular attention to the process of development of these resources. This is the flow of the presentation. First of all, I will tell you what are the LINNEO digital resources. Then I'll show you the process of resources mapping, creation, and collection. Afterwards, I will talk about the organization of these resources within the three worlds envisaged in the projects. And then I'll show you briefly some examples of these resources, because afterwards I will leave the floor to Roberta Parodi of Cost Edutainment, who is in charge of showing you a video, some of the videos about the C word. And in the end, I'll present how teachers can use these resources in their teaching activities. First of all, what are the LINNEO digital resources? In the project framework, we developed a set of innovative, high quality and engaging digital resources that could be videos, text files, or other formats for natural science education. These resources target primary school students and have been developed through a user-centered design approach. So, as Barbara told a few minutes before, schools were involved in this process so that to develop sound educational resources. These resources are organized in three words, which are animals of the land, plants, and water, which is the C word. On the platform, these resources are available both for teachers and for pupils. For teachers, resources can be accessed autonomously, and these resources are complemented by supports for integrated them in educational activities. These supports are didactic units and reusable activity that we will show you in the next webinar. Pupils can also access these resources in a self but guided access through the mediation of a narrative-based and gamified learning paths that has been implemented in gamified environments. Let's see the process of resource mapping, creation, and collection. The first step of the process was the identification of the main topics. This was done both collecting user requirements and analyzing the curricula of the three countries participating in the project, which are Malta, Lithuania, and Italy. The collection of users' requirements has been done through questionnaires, and were involved the teachers and the pupils of the schools in the partnership, while the analysis of the curricula in the three countries have been carried out through document analysis. Here I show you the results of this preliminary analysis. Thanks to the collection of user requirements, we identified 4 topics that were considered of main interest in the field of natural sciences education, and these are animal characteristics and classification, plant characteristics and classification, habitats, and environment and ecosystem. In parallel, we carried out the analysis of the curricula in the 3 countries, which allowed us to map the different topics that we envisaged against the age at which they are dealt with in the schools in the 3 countries. So as you can see, we have topics which are dealt with in all the countries, even if at different ages. This process allowed us to find some overlapping among the two ways of collecting information. For example, animals characteristics and classification was of interest of the teachers and was a topic that is dealt with in all the countries. The same can be said for plants characteristics and classification and habitats. The second step was of the process of collection of resources was mapping the existing resources, because the two natural science educational institutions already had digital resources. And this process was carried out asking them to list these resources already available and map them against the topic we have identified in the previous phase. So, for example, this is an example of resource that is a PDF about flowers and inflorescences, and this was mapped again the contents before mentioned. In this case, this content, this topic, these resources, sorry, address the topic of plants characteristics and classification. This work allowed us to find some resources already available at the disposal of the natural science educational institution. The third step was the development of new resources. And for doing this, we selected main topics we wanted to address with these new resources and how to exploit these topics. And we also developed a set of guidelines for the development of inclusive resources, which is one of the objectives of the project. Now I show you the topics and how we exploited them in the different words. In the animals of the land words, we addressed two main topics, which are animals' life cycle and environment protection. As you can see, we divided the main topic in three smaller, let's say, subtopics, which are aquatic or semi-aquatic life cycles on the land, animals that undergo egg development, and life cycles on the land, animals that give birth to live offsprings. And then we go further and identified further subtopics for each one of these. As you can see, in the end, we had 9 resources about animal life cycles. For the plants world, the main topic was habitats. We identified 4 habitats, and for each of these habitats, we defined the following subtopics. So, for example, for the habitat forest, there are 3 subtopics: definition of natural forest and city park, diversity of forests, broadleaf and mixed forest plants. Finally, just a second, because Roberta is going to show you this image in detail, but just to show you that the main topics addressed are animal characteristics and classification and environment protection. And again, we identified some subtopics and we exploited them in further subtopics. This that I'm showing you are the guidelines for the development of inclusive resources. We produced a schema for analyzing the resources. As you can see here, there is written name of the resource. So each resource is analyzed following the schema. The guidelines are based on the principle of the universal design for learning, which are these three. Provide multiple means of representation is the first one. Provide multiple means of action and expression is the second. And provide multiple means of engagement is the third. For each of these principles, we identified requirements. We asked if the requirement was pertinent to the resource and if the resource was compliant with the requirement. Finally, in the table, you can see we identify the specific guidelines allowing us to adapt or to develop a compliant resource. The last step of the process was the collection of these resources. We have 15 resources for each word, which have been adapted or created for a total of 45 resources. Here you can see a screen of the platform on which resources have been uploaded. As you can see, for the animals of the land, we have 9 videos on animals' life cycles, which are the new resources, plus 6 PDF on specific animals. For the plants world, we have 12 videos on habitats and 3 PDF on plants characteristics. For the water sea, we have 9 videos on animal characteristics and classification and 3 PDF and 3 videos on sea animals. Just to show you how you can find the resources on the platform, this is the page of Animal of the Land. As you can see, you have the 6 PDF I have already mentioned in the 3 languages of the project. So you have English, Italian and Lithuanian. You can open the PDF here or download the resource on your computer. And then in the lower part of the screen, we have all the videos developed for the animals of the world, animals of the land world, which are directly accessible from the platform. I don't show you the video because Roberta will do it using the videos of the Sea World. How to use these resources? As I have told at the beginning of the presentation, we endowed the platform also with supports for using these resources. So you as a teacher can browse the resources and build your own lesson completely freely. So following for example, the thread in the videos that have been created on purpose. You can consult the didactic units to be guided by learning paths prepared by our teachers, because our teachers prepared learning paths for our teacher to help them using the LINNEO resources. You can use the 3 narrative-based gamified environments available of the platform directly with your students. The new resources that have been developed are all included in the 3 narrative-based gamified environments. So the video are accessible also for children. Or finally, you can use the reusable activities in class. Didactic units and reusable activity will be explained in the next webinar. Thank you for your attention. I stop the sharing of my screen And I leave the floor to Roberta.
Thank you, Francesca. I would like just to ask you a small resume just to clarify to the teachers. These, for example, didactical units are conceived for teachers.
Yes.
Or use them during their normal teaching?
Yes, yes. They are learning paths conceived for them to use the LINNEO resources within their traditional face-to-face teaching.
And they provide guides about material that are required, the supporting material provided by project or designed by teachers during the project for these specific activities.
Yes.
I clearly understood. Reusable activities sometimes are designed for pupils, or are they?
Reusable activities are designed for pupils and are ready to use activities. So the teacher, of course, should, let's say, watch a little bit before the activity to prepare the lesson, of course, but it's a ready to use activity. So the teachers can bring the activity in the classroom directly.
So what has been done by school was been done by you first was to identify the topic that match transversally between the curricula of these countries, decided the topic and provide additional material to guide teachers in use this material during their school activities. And also some of them are already designed by for pupils. So this is the approach of the project. So to involve teachers since the preliminary analysis of what we have to deliver with the project as didactical material. So they decided which are the topics according to their practices, and with the support of natural science educational institutions, they realized some lesson plans, some design of activities to perform at school, and the identification of the materials. So with this part, I leave the floor to Roberta Parodi that explain us how this supporting material has been developed by the natural scientists.
Okay. I hope you see.
We can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. Good morning, everyone. Starting with the slides that Francesca has already shown, I'm showing you the topics that we use to make the nine new videos with the materials that we in the aquarium prepared. And
sorry,
I'll show
Roberta, if I interrupt you, but
yes.
You are not in presentation mode, so I'm not sure you are sharing the proper screen.
Let me. Okay.
Just because in this,
That's okay.
Yeah, stop the sharing. You have to share again.
Okay, let me.
Sorry, but just because with the presentation mode, we see bigger the
yes, yes. Okay, let me. Okay. Ok, finestra. Condividi. Okay, can you see it? Can you see the presentation?
Is the
yes, we see the
PowerPoint
presentation, yes, but you can go to the presentation mode.
But it should be in the presentation.
So it's the wrong screen.
Oops.
Probably the presentation goes in the second screen, so you have to share the second screen.
Okay. Let me see.
but if you want, I can probably support you a bit.
I'll try again one more time. And now? Can you see it? No.
Again, the design mode. Don't worry. Let me know if you are able to see my screen now.
Okay. Because I usually use Teams and okay.
This is your presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Just let me know next. Just say next and move on.
Okay. Next, let's go. And these are the 9 topics that we described in the videos we make during the project. So we can start with the next slide to see what were the steps. And we start from the highlights of the aquarium because I think that the aquarium let people to see the behavior of the animal we host and to observe directly what the linking among the animals and the environments. And this can give us the possibility of easily making videos, images along the visitor path. And we also have a rich photo archive that help us to create the storyboard. And we also have 30 years experience in conservation education and in particular in applying the scientific methods of inquiry to engage students. So let's again go to the next one. So how we created these digital resources. Step 1 was the realization of the 9 storyboards. So we had to define the contents and create a step-by-step development of the videos. The step 2 was to the verification by the teachers and the possible adjustment asking them by them. The step 3 was making new videos at the aquarium or searching film footage on royalty-free media website in the case the images that cannot be taken in the aquarium, for example, for the different images about fishing, we don't obviously have images recorded in aquarium, so we have to find out. The next, please. Step 4 was the video editing design. That means the definition of the video sequences, the duration of each of them, and the amount of text per video shot. All the videos have a length of about 2 or 3 minutes maximum. And the videos were made by a supply agency. Step 5 was the creation of the audio files to be combined with the video. The video were also subtitled in order to leave all the people, all the students to understand the meaning of the videos. Next, please. Okay, so these are the main steps, and I can show you, I hope, that if I can show the one of the video we make, and is the video about the mimicry topics. Let's ok. Allora, questo aperto. Ok. Finestra. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll show this is one of the shorter videos.
Many animals, in order not to be noticed by their prey, escape predators.
And these images are taken in the aquarium. These are pipefish.
The leaves of the marine stay high. a lot of time.
The idea is to show how animals are adapted in their environment and the mimicry adaptation of the environment, that is by colors or by shapes. This is a sawfish. These images show the coloration of fish that live in the open sea. And these are dolphins that lives in the open sea as well. And these are the disruptive coloration of tropical fish. The fish have this coloration let fish not be noticed by the predator. This is a butterfly fish with a spot on the close to the tail, which has the aim to not be noticed by the other predators. This is just one of the video, and this is an example of we have done using new images or old one that we already have in our archive.
Okay, thank you very much, Roberta. We have seen this video with subtitled in English. The voice also is speaking in English, but is it planned also
to have an Italian and Lithuanian version and for all the partners?
The project has been designed in 3 languages. So for this reason, all the material we presented today, but also the other material developed, for example, for plant world and animal world, will be delivered in these 3 languages. So English, Italian, and Lithuanian. That are the languages of the countries involved in this European project. This material would be shared via the platform, LINNEO online platform. That is also the topic of our last webinar, but they are already available also on a YouTube channel. The name of the channel is LINNEO Project. We have 4 playlists, one for each natural word, and also one where is uploaded the video of our online event launching this series of webinar, but also the video of the webinar tools. So we are going to share for those who are not able to join today the record of this session on these channels and on eTwinning platform. If there are no questions, you can write them on chat. I don't see any question rather than now. So I would like to thank colleagues for making this presentation. You can also write emails to linneo/project @gmail.com or other content that you can see in the announce we did on eTwinning. Just a very quick final things. I would like to remember to you the next webinar. Just let me share the screen so I'm sure you can see titles and dates. So this was the first one, focused on digital resources. Then we have one focus on didactical units and usable activities. I already introduced this topic today because I would like to stimulate your curiosity. This is the truth. But we are going to enter more in detail of these results next time. And the last one on September about the platform. So thanks again, and see you this Thursday session of English.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.